I'm trans, Norma. And everyone at school knows, and everyone at home knows.
And we are live. My name is Kolakin, and I am too conservative for the conservatives. My co-host, Rob Ambrose, not woke enough for the liberals. So we are the Political Orphans. Make sure to like this video. And as always, we want to hear from you. So make sure to leave us a comment in the comment section. Now, here are the top stories of the day. Is it time to boycott Netflix over the trans agenda pushing kids shows? Elon Musk seems to believe so. Canada issues a warning for citizens with gender-neutral passport planning to travel to the US. And could Mark Carney's fall budget be his downfall? Get your comments ready because the show starts now. What is going on, everyone? Seems like Rob's having problems again. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Not only is he late, but he's having problems. So, yeah, this is where we at. We're going to wait for him to come back. Oh, maybe it's going to be working the second time. But, you know, guys, as you all know, Rob's not here for his intelligence. He's here for, because supposedly he's the good looks of the show. Yep, I'm just going to mute you. But, yeah, here's Rob. Our token lefty. Seems like he's having issues again, but hey, let's forgive him because he's supposedly the pretty face of the show, so we'll be forgiven. We'll be forgiven. So how's everybody doing in the comment section? What'd you guys think of the show yesterday? Because I took a shit ton of your comments. Jesus, I took a lot of your comments. But it was cool to interact with you guys instead of this guy right there. It was at least I had a good time, so hopefully you guys did too, but we should, I think I'm going to definitely do more lives on the spot. Just, if there's a topic that's trending, just go for it and start talking about it, see what you guys think. Because I enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed having conversations with you guys, because, man, we've been through a lot of comments yesterday. So is Rob ready to go? Because I muted you. So
I can't hear you. Is it just me?
Yeah, I can hear you. People can hear me, but clearly your microphone is not picking up because there's no. Oh no, there you go. That's working. But I cannot.
I gotta feel like this is me. I don't think this is your fault. You know.
Oh no, it is definitely your fault. That we all know that. We obviously all know that it's Rob's fault. Is that a liberal with a bullhorn nose ring? Obviously, that's a liberal. Yes, obviously, it's a liberal. But yes, Pure Gosu, I think it was your first time yesterday. I normally record with a. He likes to call himself a common sense lefty or a anti-woke liberal. Either way. But yeah, he's definitely a liberal. You can tell, right? Just by the, not a lot of conservatives would wear that. But yes, Pure Gosu, normally it's a two-man team. It's just Rob's the liberal, so sometimes he's late, sometimes he doesn't show up, sometimes he has problems. He talks about his emotions a lot, so yeah. But please, what is this topic? Question off of Instagram. The topic is going to be Netflix. Netflix boycott. Well, the top 3 topics is going to be Netflix. It's going to be the warning that Canada has given to gender-neutral passport holders planning to go to the U.S. and Mark Carney's fall budget. Could it be his downfall? Those are the topics, but you know, I'm waiting for my fucking.
I can hear you now. We're all good.
I'm good, man. I'm gonna be okay.
Sorry, guys. I'm literally in the middle of a move. I've got my place half packed or unpacked. I'm on my phone right now, but I'll have my full setup by tomorrow, so we'll be good to go. Bear with me.
because we got another fan. Pure Gosu showed up yesterday and he commented a shit bunch. I guess he figured that it was a one-man show.
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't
no,
really.
sorry, brother.
No. But hold on. This one, before we start, you have to see. That was his comment. Is that liberal with a bullhorn nose ring? I'm like, yeah.
I mean, it comes standard, right?
Yep. 100%.
Yeah. As soon as you decide you're a liberal, they pierce your septum.
But he's gonna fit right in because anyone with a hole ring, horn ring is very left. But I like this one. When you got a big nose, you gotta horn it up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, put holes in it.
No,
How'd the show go last night? How'd you guys go do it? Or it was just by yourself, eh?
Yeah. But you know, I've done a lot in the past, so it was good. Like I enjoy it, but the dynamics is completely different.
Yeah.
It's like I recorded with Jason on Sunday. Jason's a lot more serious than you are, so there's not a lot of ripping. But to go through a bill, it works.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was alone, so obviously the dynamics not the same, but 100, 200 comments I think we addressed. Like we went through a bunch of them. But today's a good day for you, though, because it's all about the transies.
Oh, yeah, it's right up my alley.
Two out of the three. Yeah, somebody this morning, let's just get into it, because this morning, one of my followers sent me that on Instagram. It's kind of, you saw the clip that played at the beginning. I don't know if you heard it.
Yeah.
But it's, so let me share my screen here. So he sent me this morning. I'm like, motherfucker. And I'm paying attention to these things because I have a newborn son, right? So I'm rewatching videos, I'm rewatching stuff, and I'm like, okay, what is he going to be able to watch? What is he not going to be able to watch? And it seems that there's not a lot of things in the past 20 years that my son's going to be able to listen to. That's the conclusion that I got to. But so someone this morning, one of my followers sent me listen to this.
I'm trans, Norma, and everyone at school knows, and everyone at home knows, and being here, it's like a whole new place. I can just be Barney, and I can choose if and when I tell people. I've never been happier.
This show's called Dead End. It's on Netflix, produced by Netflix, and it pushes transgender ideology. It's rated for children as young as 7 years old, and it's being advertised to children as young as 7 years old. Sleep on it. I hope it helps.
So someone this morning sent me that, and I'm like, ugh.
That's wild.
Especially considering that I have a newborn son, right? So I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? But then I started doing some research earlier, and there's a bunch of them. Like a massive amount of trans kid series, which I had no idea. Like, I don't watch Netflix. I don't have Netflix. Netflix is way too woke for me, so I canceled this shit a long fucking time ago. And now I'm going back to it, and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? So I was doing some research earlier, and you know how Elon Musk is. He doesn't really like the trans agenda. Obviously, he's pretty outspoken about it. And this popped up on the Epoch Times saying that Musk urges Netflix boycott over transgender woke agenda in kids show. I'm like, you know what? Okay, let's see what he had to say about it. And it's pretty fucking accurate. Like, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I get the meme. For sure it is. For sure it is.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason they go after the kids, right? Because kids, their minds are jello. They'll believe whatever you tell them, right? They believe sometimes real, for fuck's sakes.
100%. And it's unfortunate because this is exactly what it's become. Like, I remember when Netflix actually, it had solid documentaries. When I first started Netflix, well, fuck, I remember when you could receive Netflix on DVDs, right? You would rent Netflix and they'd ship it to you, but this is just insane, right? But man, I started looking, And just on the libs of the libs of TikTok.
Yeah.
Obviously you follow that account. Obviously.
Yeah. Sure.
I just started going down the path because now everybody seems to be talking about Netflix. So I haven't listened to this one, but I got a feeling I know where this is going.
To Laval, we finally found a file for a Bailey Del Vecchio. Is 32 Burnhill Road still the current address? Yeah. Have you been giving him fluids? If he's dehydrated, we'll need to place an IV. Have him change into this.
I don't want.
Well.
I hear someone's not feeling well. Let's take a look at the little man.
That's a little man.
Can I please talk to you two outside? I know that you guys are busy, but as you would see, if you looked at her and
of course the music.
Bailey is not a boy. And by treating her like one, you are completely ignoring who she is. You're making her feel insignificant and humiliated.
Okay, you're fucking 8 years old, kid. Go play with some toys. We're doctors.
So,
we're here to treat. We're here to treat this kid with medical fucking
and if
procedures.
at all possible, could you find me a non-blue hospital gown?
I apologize.
Can you find me a non-blue hospital gown?
Because that's what matters, right? The color of the goddamn hospital gown. Fucking wild, man. It's clearly indoctrination, right? It's designed
but
to...
hold on.
Okay.
I know you're going to be down a rabbit hole and I will give you all the space to go on the rant because obviously I like to trigger you. I knew exactly what I was doing. But there's 2 more videos and yeah.
It's okay to feel nervous, Red, but don't worry about what others think of you. Carnival is all about expressing yourself and being proud of who you are. And I'll always be proud of you. Oh, yay! Hey, start your engines!
Oh, Jesus, the flag is there. Yay!
Come on, Red, you can do it. I'm so proud of you all. Let the carnival continue.
And one more. I think this one This one I had seen before, but here's another one. That'll be the last one to kind of prove my point here.
Thing that we know about you. You love to get up and dance. How about you break out those moves for your 2 biggest fans? If you're not sure what to choose, think about all the things you like to do. Just be you.
Just be me?
Yep. When you're trying to decide, think about all the things you like to do. Just be you.
Just be me!
Thing
Catchy,
that we know.
That's the problem. It's catchy, right? It's bright colors. It's the music. It's clearly designed for kids, obviously. And this shit sways them, man. It's like believe whatever you want, but like these are absolutely political beliefs. These are religious beliefs, frankly, and they have no place in on Netflix, on public TV. I guarantee you, the same people putting this would be furious if you had Christian messaging in there and said Jesus died for your sins, right? And that's a fair point too, because people don't want their kids to be preached at or whatever when they just want to watch a show, but they don't see what they do as the same thing at all. And of course, it's the exact same thing. It's crazy because I knew Netflix was pretty woke, but I'm actually pretty surprised by those clips. I didn't think it would be that obvious or that bad.
Do you remember that there was a video I was trying to go check it on my Instagram, but because I'm live streaming there, it doesn't allow me. But I just reshared it this morning, and it's just a guy. He's a pastor in disguise. You don't know that he's a pastor, but he goes up to a very trans-looking woman, and he's like, "Do you think that it's okay to transition kids?" And she's like, "Obviously." To Christianity, she's like, no,
No.
no.
Trevor Benson says, next thing you know, he'll have a nose ring. Yeah, it's a slippery slope. That's the next step. Is first you go trans, and then you get the nose ring, and then it's all downhill.
Then you wear fake army caps on podcasts, and then
Wow, it's a real cap, and I was in the army, so it's oh, what did we get kicked off of?
oh no, it's just Instagram, whatever.
Oh,
It has problems sometimes.
Cool,
I'll
cool.
just remove it. Who cares? But do you remember the? You probably know this guy by heart, but there was a producer of kids show that turned out to be a pedo, and Nickelodeon hired him.
Yeah, what's his name? Was it Chuck something?
I thought you know that by heart. I don't know it by heart.
Why would I know the pedo by heart?
Wow, you like that? You talk about that stuff all the time, right?
So those are my guys.
Isn't it Dan Schneider? I think it's Dan Schneider.
Schneider, that's what it is.
And yeah, I'm just looking at pictures of him. Oh, is that him? But either way, yeah, you'll never be able to convince me that that it's not all done on purpose, that those guys are not. Look at the last example, 2 gay men with a little boy, so obviously it's not theirs, and they're dressing him up in a little skirt and telling him that it's okay to be whatever you want to be. This is exactly why the fuck I was in San Francisco telling a lesbian mother that she should not have children. Because that type of shit right there, like, as much as she can debate me until she's blue in the face, tell me that they're not influencing the child.
Well, of course.
Tell me that they're not having an impact, right?
And that's the point, right? As Tammy said, yes, Netflix is too woke. I tried to give Wayward a chance to for their take on trans man, multiple gay and bi people in a dystopian town. The whole story is overshadowed by them checking boxes. Yeah, I saw that show. I was like, I didn't watch it, but I was like, that looks terrible. Like it's just everybody's trans, right? It's funny because like in these shows, like 40% of the town is either trans or bi or queer, and it's like that's not reality. That's not true representation. But it's obviously all done to normalize it. And if you had like just a character, it might not be the end of the world, but it's always, if the trans characters are in the show, it's always the plot, right? That's what the whole plot is about. And for me, it's like most things are boring. Like I just don't give a shit. I just don't want this nonsense on the shows that I consume.
Well, there's a couple of things. So they estimate that globally, 0.6 to 3% of the world population believes that they're transgender.
Yeah, exactly. I believe that.
Yeah, no, that's not what it says. That's what I added. Like, I kind of added that because clearly that's not what they're saying. But it's always, but at the same time, you can't be surprised that when they're on shows where when they're at least one trans individual, that it's their whole life, because that is all I see. Like, I follow some of the most prominent trans because I want to know what the fuck they're saying. Mm-hmm. And it's always about that. That is the only thing that they can talk about. All of their posts is all about, I'm a woman. I might have a penis, but I'm a woman. Yeah, bitch, you're not. You're fucking crazy is what you are. You have a mental issue. But it's their whole personality. Like, they have nothing outside of the fact that they have to remind you every day that they're a woman.
Of course, right? And of course, and that's why it's so annoying, because it is their whole personality. I mean, a lot of this stuff, honestly, it's just It's just these like luxury identities, like, you know, non-binary and whatever the fuck. It's just people who are super boring, who have absolutely no personality, and they think
Yeah.
adopting one of these identities makes them more interesting than they actually are.
They might not be false. It's just I really don't give a fuck. Just leave the children alone. At the end of the day,
Yeah,
that's always
exactly.
gonna.
Yeah.
But it's unfortunate though, because man, I remember growing up and back in the days when CBC was actually, like, I was listening to Radio Canada in French, obviously, but that's CBC. And I remember being able to watch the shows and they were just cartoons. Like I grew up watching
That,
a
right?
bunch of just cartoons that was just kids being kids, exploring some stuff. Like they were adventures. There was no political agenda in those cartoons. They were meant to entertain children, plain and simple. And today it's all about indoctrination, indoctrinating the kids and believing whatever you're telling them. And if you look at there was a study that I was looking at that was saying that your kids should not listen to any of the shows today, and it had nothing to do with what they said on the shows, just in the way that they're shooting lights at the kids. They're using very bright colors, very rapid movement. They're using images that will leave an imprint on your kid that turns into an addiction, similar to how addicted we are to cell phones. They were showing the study how if your kids watch 80s, 90s cartoons compared to 2000 cartoon, they're addicted. The kids don't want to stop listening because they're completely addicted and hypnotized by the TV. When we were kids, you could just move along and just move away or leave. It was okay because they weren't the same. Now they're targeting kids, not even just on the woke agenda bullshit, but just at the way they're marketing to them, so that they're stuck to the TV and they're hypnotized.
Well, yeah, and I mean, of course, because they're, you know, they have a product and they want as many people watching their show as many kids, and kids are pretty easy to hypnotize, right? Just woo, like fascinating. But yeah, flashing lights, bright colors, man, they're addicted, and that's why, you know, kids these days have the attention span of a peanut, right? Because they're bombarded by this shit from the day that they're born. Most parents don't want to parent; they just want to, and the parents love it because they just stick their kid in a chair and then go do their thing for the next 4 or 5 hours while little Johnny's like brainwashed, you know, bugging, doing the 1,000-yard stare into the TV.
Yeah, that's another one that, yeah, parents that just shove the iPads on the table as they're eating.
Easy way out, right? They love that shit.
Well, it makes it it makes it easy for them, but yeah, the whole point of this is I haven't had a Netflix subscription in a very fucking long time. They're way too woke for me, but that's how you vote, right? I don't know if you heard about this, but when what was his name? Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
When Jimmy Kimmel got fired or got put on leave, they brought him back, and the real reason why they brought him back, because there's estimates out there that 1.3 to 1.8 million subscriptions had been canceled over him getting fired.
Wow.
Hey, bro, you're talking 1 point. So let's take the smaller of the numbers. So 1.3 million time, what is it, $9.99 a month, let's say. You're talking about $13 million a month of recurring revenue.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot. You know what? It's cheaper for them to pay for his weak act than to cancel him.
Yeah.
It's just, we're gonna keep them. It's okay.
I just think all these companies just stop canceling anyone. Like, make your decisions on programming based on ratings and how much money they're making for you. You know what I mean? Let people vote with their eyeballs. You don't need to get
Disney.
Like, yeah, it was silly that they canceled Jimmy Kimmel for that.
There was no reason to.
The funny thing is all the liberals on social media are like, cry harder, righties, cry harder, right wingers. But most right wingers are like, no, man, that's stupid. Like the right wingers weren't clamoring for Jimmy Kimmel to be canceled.
I made a mistake because it wasn't Netflix, right? It's Disney.
It was Disney. That's right.
So Disney's monthly is a bit higher. It's $11.99 US dollars. So at 1.3, you're looking at $15.5 million a month times 12. You're looking. Oh Jesus! You're looking at almost $200 million a year.
That's a lot of money.
Guess why they brought him back? Because motherfucker's not getting paid anywhere close to $200 million a year.
Well, and that's most of it's not going to bring the money back. Most of those people are not going to come back. Well, they might in a few months when they forget because their attention span is about a day long. But
so my wife just texted me because I recorded with Jason on Sunday. I recorded alone yesterday, and now I'm recording with you today. She's like, your voice is 100% higher, more loud when Rob's on the show because Jason's more relaxed, right? When I'm by myself, I don't egg myself on. But it seems like.
Well, that's like when you had to take off because your little guy was in the hospital. You're just kind of sitting there like a deer in headlights, like, oh, I'll take a few comments and then go to bed.
Yeah, but it's I guess
it's tough to do by yourself.
I'm used to it. I've done so many of them. I enjoy it. But the dynamic is extremely, extremely different. Let's see what people.
I think the audience likes when it's me and you as well. I mean, obviously, sometimes we. Can't be helped, but I think it's a lot more fun when it's me and you.
Yeah, see Jeff Henderson, Mr. Rogers. Rogers.
Did you know he was like a badass? He was like a Marine sniper in Vietnam or something like that.
They all were badasses during back then. But what were the show I was listening to?
What's that?
Oh shit! I'm just looking at some of the shows I used to watch. I'm not even sure if what I watched, because that was a French show. I'm not even sure if that existed. I don't know if you've ever seen Rahan, Rahan. No, I think it was actually French. Oh no, it's English.
Rahan,
I guess Rahan. I don't know. Same thing with shit. What was the City of Gold? Have you ever watched that? Les Cités d'Or?
I don't think so.
That was another stuff. Man, now I feel old. But those were the good days. I think I'm gonna like. You've never seen those before? Like this, for example?
I've never heard of it. No, what the hell is that? Is that some weird Quebec shit?
No, I think it's from France.
Oh, okay, so some weird Frenchy bullshit.
But it's about people in Peru. It's about people exploring Peru, trying to find the City of Gold, like the fable, like the fable of the same thing. I think was it Mendoza?
The lost city of something.
The lost city of gold. The road to El Dorado. But you know what's funny though?
Yes, that's what it was.
What's funny though is I did end up going to Peru when I was in my 30s. I spent almost a month there backpacking through Peru, and it's 100% because of that show when I was a kid.
Oh, really?
I watched it. I'm like, oh yeah, it was a dream of mine to go. This is good series in my opinion. If you watch something when you're a kid and you're like, it would be nice, because I look at the series now. That's not what it's about. They're not about creating, like playing with the imagination of the kids, showing them places or adventures. They're like, can you imagine
lights and bright colors and here's Bluey and whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Just so that you're strapped to the TV as long as possible. But man, those were good times.
Remember the Magic School Bus? Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
That was cool.
You've never left, eh?
No.
You're still on it. You're still on that Magic School Bus.
The special bus.
The special bus.
Yeah, no, it was good though, because it actually teaches kids shit. Now it's just about like capturing their attention, right? It doesn't really teach them anything.
Now, I think my favorite cartoon when I was a kid, though, it was Tomb Raider. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I don't know why I'm thinking about that. Different time.
I mean, the Bugs Bunny ones are classics too, right? Like, you could still watch those. Bugs
I don't know
Bunny,
if the
Road
new ones
Runner.
are woke.
Oh, I'm sure they are. The new ones are probably garbage. But like 50s, 60s, they definitely weren't woke back in the day.
No,
They were
no,
actually quite
they
problematic.
actually knew what a woman is.
Yeah, and they were racist as fuck.
So here's the other topic I had for you, because again, this is another one that's gonna irritate you or make you laugh, because it made me laugh. I laughed my ass off when I saw that. But here's an article by CBC saying that Canada issues warning for citizens with gender-neutral passports traveling to the U.S. So they're saying that possibly that countries like the U.S. or other countries might not let you in if you don't know the fucking difference between a woman and a man. Surprise, fucking surprise, right?
Yeah.
How fucking stupid are we to have passports that have an X on it? That you're neither a woman or a man.
That's an option?
What? You didn't know that?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
that's such nonsense, man. Like when it comes to like actual like official government issue ID, like that shit has to be accurate, right? There's reasons for this.
So in January, the Canadian government said an estimated 3,600 citizens have listed X as their gender on their passport, an option that's been available to Canadians since 2019. Surprise, surprise that Trudeau made it possible, right? But yeah, can you imagine that now Global Affairs is telling them that it's not all destinations that will accept you? And obviously they're targeting the US, like...
Of course not. It's like you try going to a Muslim country with X on your passport and see what happens. Try go to Gaza and not
But you know what? All it means is that you have a mental problem, and I wouldn't want to let you in.
Yeah, so it says here you're mentally ill. We're not going to allow you in.
Sorry, we are not interested.
Yeah, if you don't know if you're a man or a woman, I don't think you've got the intellectual capacity to show up to be here in our country.
No. I think people are still going about the Archie Bunker.
Yeah, oh yeah,
the cartoon. We're
yeah.
reminiscing.
No,
oh,
it was the cartoon.
Jesus.
That was All in the Family.
I know him.
Yeah, that old racist. It's
But that wasn't a kid's show, though.
No, it definitely wasn't. His son-in-law, Meathead. Rob Reiner was his name. He actually went on to become like a pretty well-known director. He directed, I think he did Wolf of Wall Street, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I like that movie.
Yeah, it was a great movie.
But definitely the best of all time from that time frame is this man right there.
Oh,
that dude was fucking epic.
That was such a hilarious show, eh? Hey, Al, let's have sex. No, pig.
You know, she sounded like Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, she did.
But
too,
you know what's funny about this guy? Do you know that guy in real life is actually a badass? Like, he can literally kick your ass. He's a super advanced Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy.
Well, he's what's his name? I can't think of it. But he was in Modern Family. He was he's probably at least as well known for that as he is Married with Children.
Well, today probably a lot more.
Yeah.
Ed O'Neill. But do you know that in real life, that guy is like a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, meaning he's been at it for at least 10, 12 years.
Really?
Like, oh yeah, it doesn't show. You look at him, you're like, what a twat. Yeah, no, that guy is a fucking monster on the ground. He's just Al Bundy. See, and he doesn't even take himself seriously. But no, the guy's actually legit.
Oh, yeah,
like,
he's got he's a fucking black belt. That's crazy.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. He's been at it for 10, 12 years, if not more. Like, he's been at it for a long time.
Wow. That's pretty...
He started training under Rorian Gracie, which is the family that started it all.
Family.
In the early 90s, around the age of 45, got his black belt in 2007. So he's had a black belt for like 20 years, like literally 18 years. Yeah. So you can't take him serious. You can't just look at him and say that he's an idiot just because he played one on TV, right?
Yes, that I actually liked him in both those shows. I liked him in Modern Family, and I liked him in Married with Children.
You know, the only thing I really did not like about that show is his wife. As much as that woman is, no, not in Married with Children. And well, it seems that in both of the shows, he's with a fucking annoying woman.
Not quite glad.
Vergara.
Her name. What's her name in real life?
Vergara, something.
Viera something, isn't it?
Modern Family. Hold on, now it's gonna bother me. It's where is it? Sofia Vergara.
Sofia Vergara, yeah.
She's beautiful woman.
Man. She's like well into her 50s, and she looks really good.
Good looking woman, but her voice.
Hey, Dave. I mean, she plays it up a little bit, but I'm pretty sure she actually talks like that.
No, she does. I've seen interviews. Unless she plays the role day in day out, which she's an actress at the end of the day, so it's probably not. Could you see her having the perfect English accent? No, nothing. But no, I think that's how she sounds. Which is kind of annoying. Now, let's get a bit serious, because this is something I found interesting. Because remember, was it with you on Sunday or was it last week? I can't remember, but you know that Mark Carney is set to drop his budget in the fall, right? And the Bloc Québécois, was it with you? I can't remember who I was talking about, but we were talking about how, because the government is a minority government, they need somebody to back them in order to pass their budget, right?
Yeah, sure.
And now the Bloc Québécois said that they're ready to not comply, to say no to their budget. And I'm just going to play the video because, that dude is only going to do what's good for Quebec. He really couldn't give two shits about Canada, right?
Cool.
But I started to do some research afterwards, because I guess I didn't understand what that actually meant if people start voting against the budget, but I'll explain it afterwards. But here's the Bloc Québécois. Yeah. That was my understanding, but I actually confirmed, and I have the rules. Okay. That's actually what happens.
How are pre-budget consultations going with the government?
There's none. The government did some private pre-budget consultations, and like in anything else, they will decide privately in the PMO what will be in the budget, and Mr. Champagne will say, okay, I will convey that to the population. But there was none. And they don't want to do a budget in the spring. So they don't want to speak to anybody about what they intend to do, and they will face Canadians and Quebecers with a unbelievable deficit, which looks like madness. So there's no consultations, and there will be no legitimacy to this budget.
So because of that, do you feel like you can't support it no matter what's in it?
I will see what's in it before I support it or not. But, as I said, I don't see how. I cannot see how we could support a budget which is first based on some taxes reductions, electoral gifts, and some fantasies in many regards. I cannot support that. I don't see how we could support that. And one has to calculate what will be the cost of the debt of the federal government year after year, and how the firms that say are AA, AAA, I don't know, quotation firms.
So clearly he's saying that he can't support it because they weren't consulted. And that means that if he doesn't have the Bloc, because remember, the NDP lost most of their seats, the Bloc Québécois picked up a bunch. So they need one of the two parties to side with them and not against them, or else a conservative would flip them. So the interim leader of the of the NDP, Don Davis, had this to say today.
May said she's meeting with the Prime Minister to discuss the budget. Do you have any meetings with the Prime Minister to discuss the budget?
I'll be meeting with the Prime Minister today, but there's been no firm agenda as to what that meeting's about yet.
The NDP?
Yes, he did.
Anybody didn't say what it was about?
Not in any particular detail, no.
Is it just with you or opposition leaders?
It's just with me.
Why would he want a meeting with you?
Well, you'd have to ask him that, I guess, but...
Didn't you say, what do you want to meet me about?
Well, you know, we are in a minority parliament.
What do you think he wants to meet him about?
Yeah,
unless there's the support of one of three parties. And I've said from the beginning, New Democrats may be reduced in number, but we still constitute a balance of power. And if this government wants to get any progressive legislation passed, at some point they're going to have to count on New Democrat votes. I also think it's just good practice in a minority parliament, frankly in a majority parliament, for leaders to talk to one another and have open lines of communication.
You left a shopping list.
No, we don't have any shopping list. I think I've been very clear
no,
since
of course
I was
not,
appointed
Jackman.
leader that we're here to do one thing, and that is to advocate for working people across this country and to press for policies that'll bring real relief to working families across the country. There's no secret about that.
We're all about the working people out there.
Care about.
We have no agenda. We have no requests. We are not like Jagmeet Singh that we're just going to wait for. We'll take any deal as long as you give me my pension. But,
yeah, it's funny how, you know, we've said even on election night, we're like, you know, the big winner is the Bloc. And you can 100%. See there how much power they've got. That, like,
and he knows it too. He knows it.
You can sink the government. Do you think Quebec's not going to get all kinds of goodies? Of course they will.
So I thought that if the budget was refused or didn't pass, it was like a vote of non-confidence. Basically, it was the same. It seems that that's basically what it is. So if the budget is defeated, the House of Commons vote on the budget. In a minority scenario, opposite party can band together to defeat it, as the government needs external support to pass legislation. If they do fail to pass the budget, it is like it is a loss of confidence. Okay. And that means that the Prime Minister is expected to either resign or request the dissolution of Parliament from the Governor General. So if obviously the PM requests to dissolve, that means that that triggers a general election. Asking the PM to resign potentially invites the leader of another party to form a new government if they demonstrate confidence. But what I did not know is that, and outcome, elections are called within 40 to 50 days.
Okay.
One thing that I did not know is that minority governments are normally unstable, lasting an average of about 18 months. I did not realize that in the history of Canada, minority governments only last on average 18 months. I did not know that.
That's all. Yeah, that is kind of surprising. I guess we're thinking of like Trudeau's government, which he had. Did he ever have majority, or was that only minority?
No,
that felt pretty stable.
No, Trudeau had a majority at one point at least.
Okay.
Did Trudeau have a majority? I'm pretty sure he did. Trudeau was successful in his first general election as a leader, blah, blah, blah. So he was, at the beginning, he was re-elected with a minority government in 2019 and 2021. So he did have it at the beginning. Yes.
Oh, okay. So that, because I was going to say that felt pretty stable, like garbage, but stable.
Yeah. Yeah. Likewise, guys saying his first one was a majority, and that's exactly what I'm finding too. It's last term was minority. No, yeah, the two last ones actually. When he was reelected in 2019 and 2021, it was a minority, and obviously 100% the wise guys bang on. The minority paid off by Mr. Jagmeet Singh. But this is interesting. I don't believe for a second that that the Bloc Québécois is gonna do the equivalent of a vote of non-confidence. I don't see it. Carney's too smart. He's going to give him whatever the fuck he wants in order to vote for the budget.
Yep.
Jean-François Blanchet, that's the guy, Monsieur Blanchet. So he's going to give him whatever he wants in order to make sure that Quebec, because that literally means dissolving government. That means that Carney, after 6 months, is done.
Yeah.
Carney has a minority. Carney has a minority of and he's like 2-3 votes away, if I remember correctly. Like he was 2-3 elected officials away.
Okay.
Like it wasn't much. It was not much. What was it? How many votes did the Libs versus Conservative get? Yeah, because he has a minority, but the Bloc, like you said, we talked about it on elections night, how very powerful they've become. They literally gain all the NDP seats, basically.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. And so I think, like, yeah, I guess they're inherently unstable, but I think this one will be stable for a little while, at least until as long as Quebec can keep sucking the rest of Canada dry. We know how Quebecers like to suck. It's like to suck.
But see, here are the last number. So they were 3 away from a majority. They were 169 to 144 for the Conservatives. The Bloc has 2266. So both the Bloc and the NDP would need to vote with, well, the Conservative, the Bloc, and the NDP would need to vote against the budget in order for them to get it. And probably that the reason why he's not going to meet with the Bloc is that he doesn't really give a fuck, and probably that the Bloc would ask for too much. Because I thought that they needed just one or the other, but if the Conservative needs both, Carney's just going to make sure the NDP is okay, is good, because you know that they lost their official standing, right?
Yeah,
because they didn't elect enough people, so they don't get their millions of dollars every year to be an official party.
Yep.
That could be enough to just say, you know what, we'll change the rules just for you guys, just like we did to make sure that Maxime Bernier wasn't on the debate nights. So
yeah,
it's gonna be I agree with Rusty Wiener. It's going to be an absolute disaster. That budget is going to be a horrendous pile of garbage. They're estimating, what was the number? $63.8 billion deficit, 33% larger than Justin Trudeau's last year, his 24-25.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Carney is outspending Trudeau when he's supposed to be a mastermind economist.
Well, that's the thing, right? That's what he was sold as. He's the expert. He's the economic genius.
Clearly, he's a genius. Clearly, he is. But I wonder, what do you guys think in the comment? Do you think that there is a even slight possibility that the Bloc Québécois could say no and the NDP could say no? I don't see it. I wish. I would love it, but I don't see it happening at all.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think the government's gonna fall yet. I think they still got more things they want to squeeze out of Carney and the rest of Canada.
I don't even think that Pierre Poilievre wants to be PM. Personally, he's always been controlled opposition. He's never been there to really be a leader. He just likes to talk about stuff that's not really relevant and think he's pretty cool doing it. Which, you know what? Hold on. Let me show you this. Because I wanted to show a video of him, and yeah, okay, he's doing what Pierre Poilievre does, and yep. I'm obviously if you guys have been following the show for a while, you know that I can't stand Poilievre. He's just a weak fucking ass leader. He ain't a conservative. But for the people out there that voted for Pierre Poilievre, that thinks that he could make a great leader, and you know what? That's your right. No lack of respect towards you. You're absolutely entitled to believe that. But considering that in the past 6 months, the Liberals have tabled Bill C2, they've tabled Bill C8, they've tabled Bill C9, and they're planning about tabling another bill that will replace Bill C63. So 4 different censorship bill that they will have tabled in the last 6 months. Not a peep from him about it. And today, here's what he had to say.
Mr. Speaker, I know that sometimes it gets heated in this place, and recently I said that this Prime Minister was just as irresponsible with money as Justin Trudeau, and I now realize that that was unfair to Justin Trudeau. In reality, he has increased the deficit by almost 70% above what Justin Trudeau left behind. And now the Parliamentary Budget Officer describes this Prime Minister's deficits as alarming, stupefying, unstable, unsustainable. If you don't change, this is done, and something is going to break. How is it even possible for this Prime Minister to be more fiscally incompetent than the drama teacher?
Like, as a party leader,
Speaker,
and just look, like, I'm going to mute it because we don't need to re-listen to it. Just look at the people here. You look, the people behind are all interested. They're like, oh shit, what is he going to talk about? It's probably going to be very interesting stuff. And look at their faces. They're like, what a tool. Like, even the people are like, there's 4 or 5 of them. They're like, that's kind of funny. That guy doesn't get it at all. Those 2 are like, what the fuck are you talking about? But is that really what you want from an opposition leader? Somebody that has been trying to recreate the Apple moment from 3 years ago? Like, they're just trying and trying and trying and trying to be funny, trying to be witty, trying to be interesting. Is that really what you guys want from a fucking conservative leader? Because, goddamn, that is definitely not what I expect from him. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people that still support this guy. And I agree with you, Will, 100%. CPC supporters swallow this shit. I've seen this video reshared today. People are like, oh man, zing, mic drop. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, no, but you fucking twats, who gives a fuck about this shit when the government is trying to censor us with 4 different bills at once? 4 different bill, and he doesn't have the balls to talk about any of them, to go after them like they should be attacked. He doesn't have the balls to go after them and just say, this is pure censorship, this is globalist bullshit, this is what they want in order to put a digital ID in place. It's absolutely ridiculous, but yet somehow people are okay with this. And no disrespect to you, Anastasia, you are allowed to still like the guy. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. And this is how I see it too, Trevor Benson. PP is a car salesman in a cheaper suit. He seems, is it me or he seems like, what was the expression? Snake oil salesman. You know, somebody that would sell you a tonic that can fix all of your problems. Remember in the Old West, they're like, I got the tonic for you. What's your problem, sir? Oh, it can fix that. It can fix that. It can fix that. It can fix everything. That's what Pierre Poilievre would have been in older times. He would have snake oil salesman. That's what he looks like to me.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I've never been a huge Pierre fan. He's kind of doing this thing we sort of expect him to do, which is just get up there and shout slogans. And he's always been like good on the, doing that. And when I say good, I mean, I don't think it's particularly good, but like the good is in the kind of thing that people like when they see it. Like, like all the conservatives you say are like, oh yeah, go Pierre. You know what I mean? Like he's polished, right? That's the word you can use.
Oh yeah.
He's a polished guy, but he never makes it feel anything. He never says anything that hasn't been ran through, focus groups and 3 or 4 filters, and he's always a day late and a dollar short, I think.
A day late and a dollar short.
Yeah.
God damn. Wow,
You
good,
ever heard
good
that
for
saying
you,
before?
man.
Delay the dollar store. Yeah.
I've never heard it before. Obviously, you didn't make it up. That I knew
No,
that, but that was.
of course not. No.
But it was actually pretty good. God, you know, you
Yeah.
have your moments every now and
There
then,
have
so
been moments when
I have to
more than
highlight
just a pretty
them.
face. Sometimes I'm more than just a pretty face.
I'm gonna have to buy one of those massive Rode sound like mic controllers that have all the integrated sound, and they'll be like the like the yeah. When you say something smart, I'll have a ding going.
Yeah, they're the air raid siren.
Yep. Or woo, 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 like the what is it, like the reggae one?
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know the sound I'm talking about.
Yeah. I can't. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, I'll call him the reggae. I'll call it the reggae sound. But here, like, to kind of go with what you just said, how'd you say it? A day late, a dollar. So this is a recording. This podcast that he was on is shit. What's the name of the guy? You know the guy that got fired by CBC, that quit CBC. The shit, man. I'm gonna sound racist. The brown guy. Fuck, I don't want to say that. Trevor something.
Travis.
Wasn't it Travis something? Yes.
Travis something.
Him.
Oh,
remember,
yeah,
like he
had that last name, you know.
Yeah. So you know he started. He just came back last week. He started a podcast with his wife, Uncensored or something like that.
Yeah, okay.
And Pierre Poilievre was on his show well, they released the episode yesterday, and kind of to make your point here, listen to what he had to say.
They lied to these people. And then the Liberals have the audacity to call Canadians racist. Well, I actually think what they did to those students and to the temporary foreign workers that are being exploited today, that is racist. By creating an underclass of low-wage, impoverished workers whose rights are systematically violated, that to me is racial injustice.
Yeah, trendsetter. Whoa, league of my own, it don't get.
So this is like the best clip they could find from this podcast, is him talking about the temporary foreign worker visa when he never addressed the what was the other one, the mobility.
What was your take on it? What did they say about it?
That's it. That's all I got. I'm not listening. Sorry, I'm not listening to an hour podcast of Pierre Poilievre. I can't do it. I'm not that patient. I can't fucking do it. I just can't. Can't do it.
Was he on the show, or did they just talk? Oh,
no, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they had him on the show. Can't Be Censored is the name of their show.
Okay.
And I actually like the guy. Like, I like what he did. He had the balls to leave or to get fired or to resign or to get paid. Obviously, he got paid. But he started a podcast with his wife, Can't Be Censored. So good for him.
Yeah. We should see if they want to come on and do a four-way.
I've reached out to him. Remember, he had reached out to me when
back when it first happened. Yeah, because remember he said he wanted to settle things down, but maybe you could do we could do a cross promotion.
No, I reached out to him this weekend. It was over the weekend. I reached out to him.
Nice.
Yeah, no, Anastasia, the whole video's out. It's on their YouTube channel. All I'm saying is I can't listen to an hour of. Yeah, it's 46 minutes. I'm just looking at it right now. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
All Poilievre?
Yeah, it's them interviewing. It's him interviewing. But the point is that he's so behind. It was just kind of to prove your point. He's so behind on everything.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like it takes him a month or two to address anything, and he never really addresses them properly.
It's like he looks
as much as
last week's headlines to decide what to talk about today.
Well, I don't know if you remember this, but everybody was talking about the temporary foreign worker program. I start looking and I'm like, bro, that's like 10%. I did a massive amount of research and I'm like, that's like 10% of the temporary people that we have in Canada. The international mobility program has way more people in that program. And unlike the foreign worker program, they don't need the assessment. They don't need a, what was that term? There was, remember, they need a, why am I drawing a blank? Foreign temporary worker. You know, they need
LFIA?
LMIA, yes.
Yeah, labor market.
Yes, exactly.
That's right.
Yes, the labor market impact assessment is what they need. But the difference between him and the difference between the IMP and the foreign worker program is that the foreign worker program needs an actual labor market impact assessment, but the IMP doesn't, and it has way more people going through that program. Yet he never addressed it. He never talked about it. But he talks, to this day, he still talks about this one when this is not the problem. The problem is the IMP and all the international students that have work visas. Like, why the fuck are international students here being able to work? That makes no sense at all. No sense whatsoever. So, no idea why he's still not talking about it, but obviously he never will have the balls to do so, and it's unfortunate. It's really, really unfortunate. Trevor Benson, that's 46 minutes I'm not willing to lose from my day either, Nico. Well, you know he's going to be talking about stuff from a month, 2 months ago, so it's like listening to reruns. Logan White is saying, I'd rather listen to Nico for 43 minutes. You goddamn right. You goddamn right. Rick Rabitaille. Pierre Poilievre has one thing in common with us. Sense. S-E-N-C-E. Is that a joke? Or does that mean something I don't understand? Is that a word? Sense? Is a comment? Oh yeah, I think it's a misspelling for sense, as in Pierre Poilievre has common sense. Yeah, I don't know. Is that sarcasm, bro? I'm trying. You're allowed to like him. Like, there's nothing wrong with liking him. I just don't see it. I wish we had an actual conservative leader that's conservative and not just a liberal in blue. But that's me. Wise guy saying, I'm like that about listening to Carnage, Nico. The problem with Pierre, he waits until what he says doesn't matter anymore before he says it. Now he talks immigration. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. All the points that he's been talking about over the past 6 months since he's lost the election should have been part of his program, part of his election promises, part of what he planned to do with Canada. But we all know that he will never have the balls to address the real problems. Pure Gosu is saying every fast food joint is filled with Indians. Yeah, that's insane. Hold on, let me check the numbers, because there were some numbers and it was insane. Like, it didn't make any sense. I can't believe that this is right, because I saw somewhere that 40% of workers, like, it was nuts. It was like 435,000 workers in fast food joints are temporary workers. I need to verify this, but how many fast food workers are...
Yeah, I made a mistake. Am I on the state? I don't know how to do it on my phone.
There you go.
Yeah, we're good.
How many fast food workers in Canada are foreign temporary workers? Because I think you're right, Pure Gyosu. I think the numbers I saw was like 435,000 foreign workers right now are in Canada working in fast food joints. Like more than 400,000. Like, the number was fucking insane. I'm just verifying right now to make sure that I like to be factual about if I'm going to rant about something, I want it to be factual, but I'm pretty sure it's 400. It was something, I saw numbers in the 400,000. Yeah, the last numbers, obviously, that the government's going to give us is, oh no, here you go, 1/4. 1/4 of the fast food workers, that was Andrew Layton, I think, that said that. A quarter, Oh, there you go. So a quarter of the fast food workers are temporary foreigners, while 456,000 Canadian youth are unemployed. There you go. Those are the numbers right there. How insane is that? But I know that it's in the 100. So if they're saying a quarter, so they're saying that there's about 1 million workers that work in fast food joints in Canada. So that means there are at least 250,000 temporary foreigners working in fast food joint when, what was it, 400 and, what did I say, 400, just over 450,000 youth don't have a job. Absolutely insane. And Rob, I don't know if you can hear us, but
yeah. Is my not working?
Yeah, we can hear you. You're okay. It's rare that you don't cut me off and you're silent, so I know something's wrong. Are your feelings okay, Rob? Do you need to talk about them?
I've been triggered.
But your son was a good example, right? Of him being 16, not being able to find a job.
Well, yeah, and we went on for 6 weeks. I was driving around to all the fast food places. Nothing. He didn't get an interview. They weren't interested. And then
is his last name Ambrose?
Yes. Maybe
way
that's
too
fine.
white.
Yeah,
way too white, bro. Way too white. Way too white. But they're estimating, so as per the number, about 250,000 temporary foreigners work in fast food joints. We do not need foreigners to work in fucking fast food joints.
No.
We all know why they do it is because they are mass immigrating people that don't need to be here, especially from third world countries. But also, you know that they're subsidized. They don't want to admit to it, but you know that they are subsidized. Mike McKenzie, when you know what it's all about, they are satanist, and they want to bring the satanic agenda. Go look up Albert Pike's letter to the next 100 years, wrote 60 years ago, maybe a bit more. Yeah, oh shit. Now you're starting to talk. Albert Pike. Yeah, that was something. But Carney is not, Carney is not scared to hide it. He wants to jump. He wants Canada to achieve 100 million in population by the end of the century, and he wants to do it through mass immigration. He said that before. He has the thing with Mark Carney is that he is very outspoken about what his beliefs are. Just read his book. He has no shame. He has no problem. He believes this shit. Like, it's not to him. It's the truth. He thinks he's right. So yeah.
Yeah.
He's a scary man. He's not an idiot. He's scary. He's very scary because he's not an idiot.
Well, he's a smart guy. I don't think he's dumb at all.
Everything he's doing right now is on purpose. Everything is calculated. He's not an idiot. He's not crashing the economy by mistake. He knows exactly what the fuck he's doing.
I think, he's obviously a smart guy, but I think very smart people sometimes get stuck in their own bubble, especially he's got this, he's used to being never questioned. You can see how angry he gets when anyone ever pushes back on him. And it's not the right temperament for the leader of a country.
Ooh, remember, man, that is such a great comeback. Remember when, wasn't it Jason from Wiretap that told you this? Rusty Wiener is saying, well, yeah, we kind of need them. In my opinion, we aborted an entire generation and expect labor prices to compete with Temu. It's, it's interesting you say that, Rusty Wiener, because a couple of weeks ago, Rob was on our mashup on Saturday, and Jason from Wiretap is like, did you guys know that the amount of abortions that we have match the amount of people we need to replenish the amount, like right now, as this week,
the numbers basically match the numbers of people that were aborted, and that wasn't. I'd never really thought of it like that before. That was an interesting take for sure.
And I think the numbers between 34 to 37% is the numbers I remember when it comes to the Gen X, like not the Gen Z, but the generation after me. but I think that it was exactly the same number. And there's a new study, I don't know if you saw that, but there's a new report, that came out saying that right now women are having, it's either 1.2 or 1.3 children only, the lowest numbers on record in Canada. And we need, from memory, we need something between 2.1 or 2.2
basically,
children per women in order to just continue. We're not increasing the population, but we're replacing our population. So
well,
but that was interesting. I never heard that. Remember, I had spoken about that 33-ish% of people missing from this generation because of abortion, but I had never heard somebody say, do you guys realize that it pretty much matches the amount of people that we need in order to keep our population growing? I had never heard that part before, and that's clever. That's very clever.
Well, like I said, that argument I find more persuasive to say ban abortion than a religious argument, because as we've discussed, I just don't believe life or personhood begins at conception. I just don't. I don't think it's a ridiculous belief to believe that. I think it's perfectly reasonable. And if you hold that belief, it's also perfectly reasonable to be pro-life. I would also be pro-life if I believed that life begins at conception. I just don't. But if you want to make an economic case for, the economic loss to the country of aborting that many, potential taxpayers, workers, that kind of thing, now that makes that's somewhere where, okay, now you have my attention.
It's an interesting take. I had never heard that one before, but it's definitely something this is one I'm going to use, because unlike you, we've had that conversation before. I believe life starts at conception. So it is murder, abortion's murder. But that's always where the goalpost is, right? If you believe that it's at a heartbeat, so you're looking at 10 weeks, 12 weeks. So after that, it's murder. It's always that. You just always move the goalposts to where people think, because I've heard people say that it's until he's self-sufficient. So that means I can still murder my son right now that's 2.5 months old, because if I don't take care of him, he's going to die. He can't take care of himself. Like, I've heard pregnant women say that life doesn't begin until you can take care of yourself. You're self-sufficient. I'm like, are you guys retarded? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, woman? You definitely should not have children. You should not have children if that's what you believe in. Let me see if there's... let me see if there's some comments. See, I'm going to ask you something, Anastasia. That's because I know you're a Christian, so am I. But the question, how can you support Pierre Poilievre, a pro-life, he's a pro-abortion guy? He said it multiple times, even during the campaign, he said, like, we're not going after that. This is not even a discussion, because obviously pro-life, like the pro-choice in Canada is not even a conversation. Like, we don't discuss those type of things. Like, being anti-abortion in Canada, you're a massive minority, which I spend a lot of my time in the US, which it's not the case over there. A lot of people are pro-life. But how can you support a guy like Pierre Poilievre when he's a pro-lifer? Because to me, just that alone, I'll never be able to support him. Just, let's say that all the rest, I was okay with him. That is too hard of a sell for me. That's why, again, I look at a guy like Trump. As much as I can dislike some of the stuff that he does, I can like some of the stuff that he does. That part right there is a big differentiator that bothers me as a Christian. But like you say, if you don't believe that life, you don't believe that life starts at conception, that means abortion after 3 months, let's say, that's not acceptable. The first 3 months, it's not really alive.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's what the conversation should be, right? Not if abortion is good or not. What do you consider life? When does life begin? Is it okay to murder life? At the end of the day, that's what abortion is all about, right?
Yeah. If we have different opinions on where life begins, then we can't actually have a discussion about abortion. We can't have a debate because there's no point in it, right? Like, like I said, if someone believes life begins at conception, I wouldn't even try to change their opinion. Like, why would they? In fact, if someone believes life begins at conception and they're pro-choice, I think they're a shitty person. I think, what are you doing? Like, that's a bad, like, how can you believe those two things? I think, I'm pretty. Again, I don't know exactly where I would place that. I think maybe the first heartbeat detection sounds about right. It just certainly any time past 3 months I think should not be allowed pretty much at all.
Because I think it's 10 to 12 weeks. I know when I first heard at 3 months we went to 12 weeks, I heard the heartbeat. So I know for sure by 12 weeks there's a heartbeat, but I think it's 8 to 12. It's somewhere in there that it's detectable. Rusty Reiner has a great solution. He says that when I become emperor of the world, women who have more than 4 babies will get a Congressional Medal of Honor. Well, we appreciate that, Rusty.
They'll get the congressional wiener.
Yeah, but I like how he says when, not if.
Yeah,
when
exactly.
I become emperor of the world.
The wiener of honor.
Anastasia, since I asked her a question, it's only fair that I take the answer. Well, I'm called to pray for my leaders, even if I don't agree with everything. Oh, I'm not disagreeing with you. There's no way. I don't agree with everything I said 6 months ago or a year ago. So point taken that you'll never find a leader that you agree 100% with. But there's certain things that to me is a no, they're non-starters. If we don't agree on that, I can't vote for you because this is too big of a difference. Saying that it's okay to murder the unborn is not okay with me. I can't condone that at all. So, but again, I love to have those conversations. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm definitely not saying I'm wrong or you're right. That's the whole point, is to have the conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot. I have another one for you. I have another. Tonight is like woke night. It's like, I guess since you haven't been here in a few days, I had to stack the woke stories. Did you hear about that? That was, what I'm going to show you is an actual job posting for Dalhousie University. And it says that Canadian AI research position open only to disabled women and gender equity seeking persons.
Oh, jeez Christ. How's that? Are we still doing this? Like, come on.
So
man.
It seems that the Dalhousie University commits to achieving exclusive excellence through continually championing equality, diversion and inclusion, and accessibility, in keeping with the principles of employment equity and the CRC program equity targets. This position is designated to candidates who self-identify as women with a disability or gender equity seeking person with a disability. There you go.
Yeah.
How can I self-identify as a retarded woman
with a disability? Yes, actually, that's I'm in luck because I identify as exactly that.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous, man. All of this nonsense. Yeah.
But how is it allowed legally? Like legally, how is it allowed? Like, forget the ideology, forget the fact that this is just idiotic.
Yeah.
Legally, does that mean that now I can actually refuse to hire black guys? Does that mean I can refuse to hire women after you know what? You're too fat. Sorry, I'm not hiring you. You're too handicapped. I'm not. If you can hire somebody because they're handicapped, can I choose not to hire someone because they're too handicapped?
Well, and the fact of the matter is, it's not legal. It's never been legal. It's just in practice, no one's ever brought a claim against it because everyone kind of understands the rules of the game. But people now are starting to bring these things to court, and they're winning, right? Like, because the courts have to look at facts. They cannot look at ideology. And when the law says you cannot discriminate against someone based on their race, and then this job application basically says no whites allowed, there's no way it can be defended in court. They've been able to get away with it because no one's challenged it, but people are doing that now.
Did you know that Dalhousie University is I was sure it was, but I confirm it. It's public.
Yeah.
So it receives money from the government, and I want to see how much. Oh, that's it. Oh, that's it. In 2024, Dalhousie University received approximately $406 million in government funding, which constituted over 40% of its total revenue. So they make $1 billion a year basically in revenue.
Oh, is that it?
And so they're getting 400 millions a year from the government, and they're able to hire only disabled women for that AI job.
That's, I mean, there's no justifying it. There's no way you can justify it. The only thing you can do is just, I mean, they've gotten away with it because everyone understands the rules, right? Everyone understands the rules of the game, and no one's complained, at least not publicly, because everyone's wanted to not be good little non-racist and good little non-ableist. But people are getting fed up with it. People are getting sick of it. There's a lot of people who have lost out on jobs, on careers, because they're white, because they're not disabled, and there's only so much you can do that before people are going to start, pushing back aggressively.
Logan, what's your disability? Because you're saying I don't want kids because I'm worried I'll pass my disability onto my kids, even though it can be fixed nowadays with technology, but I don't want the risk. What'd you say?
I said you can apply to Dalhousie University as a, do you identify as a woman?
You know, today having a 14-inch cock is not a disability, bro.
I
You
know.
just do porn. You just do porn.
Yeah, I've been. Tell me about it. It's hard. It's not as easy as it looks, but.
Oh, okay, there. Everything, okay, bro. Everything looks big when you're 5'6". I get it. I get it. I get it.
Oh, I'm like 5'10".
But here we go again. But I'm curious to see what his disability is, though.
Yeah.
If you'll talk about it, you don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, not to put you on the spot or anything.
Yeah.
Like, I have a micro penis.
It's not that big of a disability. You can learn to live with it.
Yeah, you can learn.
I can tell you from experience. Just be funny. Women like funny. Spina bifida.
Okay, wow. What's that? Is that the spine thing? Or did it just sound
I believe
like...
so. Yeah, I believe it is. So spina bifida is a condition that affects the spine and is usually apparent at birth. It can happen anywhere along the spine if the neural tube does not form properly or close all the way. The severity of spina bifida can range from mild to severe. It often occurs 1 in every 2,875 U.S. birth every year. Oh, Jesus, that's kind of often.
1 out of how many?
2,800, 2,875, 2,875.
Yeah, that's not that rare.
No, that's not. 1 out of, call it 3,000. 1 out of 3,000? God damn, that's not.
Yeah, that's not that rare.
There's a lot of disabilities and...
What's the cancer rate? Like, just in general, it's probably got to at least be 1 in 1,000 maybe, or 1 in 500, do you think? Or is it more common than that? And I know cancer is like, there's a lot of different cancer rates, but let's just say cancer in general.
Let's see.
Because, I mean, cancer feels super common. Everybody knows someone who has cancer or had cancer.
In Canada, the lifetime probability of being diagnosed with cancer is 1 in 2. It's literally 44 it's 44 to 45%. So, so either you or I, it looks like, is getting cancer, bro. I don't think it's going to be me, though, because I don't think I'm going to live long enough.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Fuck, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing, Logan. Seems like you've developed your brain because you got some pretty smart answers. So
they can fix that though, eh? And
that's what he seems to say.
It's just not worth it to you. You don't. I guess you'd probably just learn to deal with it. I guess.
How to fix? There's probably a cool surgery. But the most severe form are treated with surgery either before or after birth to close the spinal defect. I want to see what it looks like.
Yeah, me too, actually.
So Logan, send us a picture. I'm just kidding. Obviously, I'm kidding. Oh shit! So it's like a massive. I've seen those.
Like
okay.
Is it like a
Yeah, I'll share.
define
I'll
how weird
share.
it is?
It's like something, you know, like there's it's like the body
Oh,
didn't form properly. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Can you click on that? Make that bigger.
That's what she said, huh?
Yeah, can't click on it. Can't make it bigger by clicking on it for sure.
Oh shit! It's because
Yeah,
it popped into. No, it's
doesn't.
because no, it's because it popped into a different window. I only
Oh,
share one window at a time.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm just gonna. It doesn't really show you that picture though. That's what I was looking at to see if we could have a better idea. But see, they clearly it leaves a scar, right? I don't want to accept your cookies. Fuck you and your cookies. Reject all. There we go. Wow, huh? Man, some of the scars are gnarly. Jesus, look at the size of that scar. That's a baby. Damn. That thing is mad. Ooh. God damn.
Yeah,
look
that
at
is
the scar. Cool. That is gnarly. God damn. That's leaving a scar, and that's a baby. So that's literally, that's like rib to rib, almost all the back. Damn.
Whoa, yeah, I don't really blame you, Logan. I mean, I guess if you've gotten used to a life with it.
I don't want to show the x-rays. I like the gory stuff, man. That type of stuff. I could eat as I'm watching an operation. Those things don't disgust me at all. I just think it's the scar, though. Damn, I did not expect that. That's a good question, Mr. Doctor. Let me check. I don't think so. I looked earlier. I don't know that there's at least not something that's published. I'm sure that guys like David Creighton probably have updates behind the scenes. I do not have one. Hold on. Because right now, as far as I know, they have the call has been put on hold, but the CFIA, the Canadian Food Agency, the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, is still on site managing the birds, but nothing has moved. So we don't know yet. All it says is that, as ordered by the Supreme Court of Canada, I'll share my screen. I'm on the government website here. As ordered by the Supreme Court of Canada, the Canadian Food Inspection Agency continues to have custody of the birds at the British Columbia Ostrich Farm. There's an ongoing veterinary oversight. So they're providing care. Reminder for individuals in the vicinity, as the farm remains under CFIA control. Individuals are reminded that subsection of the Health of Animal Act. Okay, blah, blah. So there's not really an update. Not yet. Good for asking, though, but not yet. That's all we got, bro.
It seems like I got a feeling they're going to be saved in the end. I feel like the pressure's got to them.
It's possible, man. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised at all if they're saved at the end of the day, but too many people complain about it, and there's some war. I think there's some fights that are not worth having, especially when Carney's doing so bad everywhere.
Yeah, that's right.
I think Carney needs a story to remove him from the story. You know, as much as what happened to Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
But you know what happened to Charlie Kirk is brutal. But have you heard about the Epstein files since then?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's right. But I mean, they're not going to forget that. That's like.
Oh yeah, but they forgot about it now because they've been talking about it since 2019. I think Epstein died like 6 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And we still don't have a list.
Oh, we're never going to see no list.
No. We've had 3 different presidents. 2 of them were Trump, but 3
Yeah, that's true, eh? Yeah, it's been a long time.
President Trump didn't do shit. Biden didn't do shit. And now Trump is not doing anything either. So we will never know, but we all know.
Yes.
We all know.
Exactly. What do we got next?
Why didn't Biden ever release it though? Because they're all on it. They're all on it. Just try. You guys should try to find an interview with Hot Wheels, Governor Hot Wheels. What?
Greg Abbott.
Greg Abbott, the Texas, the governor of Texas. I love that nickname, Hot
Governor
Wheels.
Hot Wheels.
They called him Hot Wheels as an insult. I'm like, bro, embrace that. Embrace it. But if you look at the interview that he had, he was explaining that every single, basically all government representatives out there, they've been blackmailed. People have found what their fetishes are, what they like, offered it to them. Unknowingly, they were recorded, and now they're using them. So every time you see parties vote on the same bills when they really shouldn't, you know what's going on.
Yeah.
And he said that on camera. Great. Hot Wheels doesn't give a fuck. I like Hot Wheels. Yeah, we're never gonna see that fucking list.
No. That's not coming out. Like, there's
You know what's interesting though? In the weeks prior to Charlie Kirk getting shot, he had, I believe that it was Charlie Kirk that said that, or at least he alluded to the fact that Epstein worked for the Mossad, and he was an Israeli agent.
About that, I feel like everyone. I don't know.
There's conspiracies upon conspiracies upon conspiracies, bro.
Yeah,
It never ends. It never ends.
They also. It's funny how often Israel or Mossad is in the conspiracies these days. They're connected to everything. Yeah, at least according to the conspiracy theorists. And maybe they are. Who knows?
He was Rob. See, there you go.
What's that? He was
connected to Mossad.
Oh.
One thing is for sure. One thing is 100% for sure. Epstein was not the top man. Just like Diddy.
No,
they're not the top men. They work for way bigger people. They have a job to do. And that's what they do. Because if you look at the history of Epstein, he should have never... There was no reasons for a little professor to be worth that much money. Like, there was no reason. He didn't invent anything. He wasn't a world-class economic or investor. But at the same time, he was worth a shit ton of money. Like, a shit ton of money. But he started as a professor at university. So...
yeah.
But we'll never know. We're not part of that club. We don't know that information. But as per Kash Patel's latest, there was no list at all. Because you know why there was no list? Because there was no victims.
Is that what he said? That's not what he said.
I swear to you, man, that last time he was in Congress, he was asked about the list, and he's like, there's no list because there was not really any people to be on the list. Like, he's basically saying there's nothing going on.
Those girls traffic themselves. There's
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They did traffic themselves. Fucking whores, huh? Blame the whores.
That's right. Did you see what they were wearing?
Is there really somebody out there that believes that there's no list and that Epstein killed himself? Is there really people out there?
I mean, I don't think there's a list, like an actual list with everyone's name on it and who they had.
There's
sex
not a
with.
black book. He wasn't walking around with a black book in his back pocket.
I think there's files that if you read them, you will see people's names that are well known and powerful.
That's the thing, right? There's no black book with all the name one after the other.
Yeah.
With
Bill Clinton 7 times.
Yeah, exactly. How many times the name of the victims?
Yeah.
No, obviously not.
Prince Andrew 25.
Yeah, see, exactly. There you go. I think Bumpy's right. It's something along the lines that Cash was saying Epstein was the client, so all the kids were for him. It's
Come on, bro. Not even Epstein has got that kind of stamina.
But is there somebody out there that really believes he killed himself? Like, really? Like, seriously? Does anybody out there really believe that Epstein killed himself?
I mean, I could have if there wasn't for like the irregularities with the footage and the tape and like I could believe someone who knows they're going to be in jail for the rest of their lives might kill themselves. But when you have this idea that the tape like stopped working in that time period and then the guards didn't do their rounds, I mean then it's just not
Coincidences.
yeah, it's just not possible.
Coincidences.
Yeah, all one giant coincidence.
But that's basically what I'm saying, Bumpy Johnson, that there's no black book with all the names in it, but they could have easily make a list. Like they have the logs, they have the flight logs.
Files, and I guess you could take those and make a list out of them if you so chose. So yeah, maybe there is that, but
and I'll never believe that a guy that does that did not have cameras in every single room that you could like.
I think that's what his whole thing was. And it wasn't even about the girls.
No, it's blackmail. It's blackmail.
Yeah,
it's 100% blackmail. Of course, that's why they do it.
High level blackmail of very powerful people.
Oh yeah, of course. Again, you find what their fetishes are. You give it to them and you record them when they do it. That's exactly what Hot Wheels was saying. That's exactly what he was saying, and I agree with him. That makes sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think? Hold on. Oh shit, that's one. No, incorrect. I have another woke story for you. God damn, it's the day of the wokes. Do you remember there was a bunch of teachers after Charlie Kirk got shot, got murdered, that celebrated? Do you remember that? Like there was an Alberta professor that went and said that what were her actual words? But this is an actual teacher, a professor at the University of Alberta. Let me see. They link. Is it right here? They link the actual story itself, like her post. But it turns out that she had been put on leave. Ah, yeah, there you go. This is where it is. Well, screw you, National Post. I've seen too many of yours. Screw you. I have a workaround that somebody taught me. There you go. Ow, fuck you. I'm gonna find. You're not seeing that because it did a pop-up. I use your tool you sent me once on how to bypass people's file.
Allows me to read the free article.
Yeah. So, because now National Post doesn't allow me to look at this. So, there was, there you go. So, Florence Ashley is a professor at the University of Alberta, said, "You do not, in fact, ever have to hand it to the Nazis. I utterly do not care for any virtues that someone may perceive in them," referring to Charlie Kirk's assassination. That's a professor.
Wow.
So she had been put in on leave.
Yeah.
But of course, the university took her back. University of Alberta and she's a law professor of all people that should know fucking better. She's a law professor that was put on leave amid review of online comments made after Charlie Kirk's death. But she's now back. And what I found interesting is not only that, but if you give me a second, there was a bunch of others that were also back. I didn't realize how many people talked about this in school. Like, to me, that just blows my mind that people would that professors would think it's a good thing or it's appropriate to talk about that murder to their students and say whatever you have to say. Is that really what you're supposed to be talking about in school?
Well, how old are the kids? Like, what kind of teachers?
See, that's one. That one was brutal. But in another incident, a Toronto area elementary school teacher was also placed on leave after allegedly showing grade 5 and 6 students a video of Charlie Kirk's assassination. That's fucked up. As a parent, I would have dragged you in the backyard. Well, my kid will never be in school like that, but if I was a parent at that school, I would have taken him in the back. We would have had a very strong worded conversation.
Wait,
5 and 6. What's 5 and 6? That's in another incident, a Toronto area elementary school teacher was also placed on leave after allegedly showing grade 5 and 6 students a video of Kirk's assassination.
Oh, that's pretty messed up. Why would they do that?
Like 5 and 6, that's what, 6, you're what, 10 years old, 12 years
Yeah,
old?
yeah. That's wild. That was a pretty gruesome clip.
Oh yeah. The first clip I saw when it first came out, it was censored. Like they had censored around the neck, and then an hour after they were all everywhere. But like, look at this. On September 10th, a University of Toronto professor, Ruth Marshall, said, "Shooting is honestly too good for so many of you fascists." Explicit. Fuck.
What a psychopath, man.
Like, how are those people still employed? Because you all know that if somebody on the left would have been shot, if Jimmy Kimmel would have been shot, and you had a bunch of righties saying, "Fuck that fascist, he deserved worse."
Oh, they freak out. Well, so they should. That would be a terrible thing to say. Like, you gotta keep your humanity, man. Who get like, regardless of politics, you can't celebrate somebody's murder. A father of two, young, leave behind a widow and 2 kids.
So it's not 10 and 12, it's 8 and 10. Jesus.
Oh.
That's, yeah, you know what? That's one thing. There's a lot of things I don't agree with Bumpy, but this one I agree 1,000%. Like, the Democrat has become, like, the woke is definitely a death cult. I totally agree with that.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that too.
Nico, check out Blood Business, the new cannibalism. What the fuck? What's that?
Yeah.
I love when people send me stuff. Check this out.
Yeah, what? Check this out.
Oh, hopefully that doesn't put me on a list of some type. I'm probably already there.
SWAT team barging in your door.
What is this? It's a documentary from Monogamy.
Okay.
It's just, I'll show a picture. It's just when you show stuff on YouTube, sometimes they won't propagate your video because of copyright stuff. So I won't play it, but I'll just show an image here. Is that what you're talking about, Trevor? Blood Business, the film shed lights on the opaque trade of the blood plasma industry from the impoverished streets of Cleveland, Ohio, to the golden shore of Switzerland's Lake Zurich. The film explores the intricacies around the business of blood. The fact that there's cannibalism in there, that's probably that people eat that shit. I don't know, man. Plasma is yes, and yes, that's it. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
that's just fucking weird. You know, you can keep your placenta, right? When you give birth, like
the people like will like cook that shit, and like
so.
It's usually like crazy. Funny how it's always crazy hippies or whatever.
But it's super. There's a bunch of nutrients in there. There's a bunch of stuff, but
food too.
But the main reason we kept it is so that they don't have it. Same thing with the umbilical cord, because you know that there's a lot of DNA in there, right?
Oh yeah, a lot of stem cells.
Exactly. We kept the umbilical cord. I cut that shit. We kept it, and she had me go back like a week after to pick up the placenta, and they give it to you in a bag. It's where we keep the meats. It's literally, it's literally frozen in the.
What are you gonna do with it?
It's like steak, chicken, placenta, steak.
Or not go down there like late at night and dig a steak out or something, half asleep.
It's not even a joke, bro. At least I'm not even kidding. It's actually really there.
Oh,
umbilical cord gummies.
That's fucking nasty.
Who the
That is
fuck wants
brutal.
to keep an umbilical cord or placenta? We literally kept it because I did not want to give stem cells to the hospital. It's almost out of
Is that
spite.
actually why? Jesus.
Yeah, no, but there's actually stuff that you can do with the placenta. I don't remember exactly what it was. It's the same thing with breast milk, right? You know that breast milk is super healthy.
Yeah.
Like there's
Crazy.
my wife keeps it. She freezes it, so if the kid's sick later on, you can give it to him because it's full of enzymes. It's full of really good stuff for the kid. It's good for sickness. It's good for a bunch of stuff. I don't remember. I'll have to ask her why she kept. I wanted to see if she was there, but she's not there. I have to ask her why she kept the umbilical cord. I just kept it because it's almost out of spite. Fuck you. You're not gonna have the umbilical cord. Fuck you. I'm keeping it. It's ours, not yours.
That's funny. Just practice like martial arts with it or something.
Just smack her. Yeah, smack her with a frozen umbilical cord.
Whip it around. That's too funny.
Man,
do we have time? Do we have time for another story, or should we just take some comments till we?
No, I think we should just. I got a couple of stories, but I don't know, man. Hold on. You know what? Fuck it. Let's take this one because this one I think it'll piss you off. This is one of those. I was reading this. I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch! They're doing it again. Here, the Epoch Time reports that international student pleads guilty to drug trafficking, sentenced to 11 years. I'm very disappointed by the Epoch Times because this is not accurate at all. Former international student who overstayed his visa, only went to school for 1 year and now is an illegal in Canada, pleads guilty to drug trafficking, sentenced to 11 years when he should have been fucking deported. That's what the title should say. That's my title for the Epoch Times. I'm very disappointed in their title. But basically, there's Jetting. I'm gonna try here. Jetting Paul Singh, 27, was an international student at an Ontario university where he finished his first year but said he couldn't afford to continue his second year and turned to drug trafficking to pay off his debts. Saskatoon Provincial Court Judge Lisa Watson. Of course, it's a woman. Sorry for the women out there, but they tend to be extremely lenient. He's basically, I'm going to tell you how much actual drugs he got caught with. They're making it sound like the guy is fucking selling dime bags on the corner. Oh yeah, he's like, I'm on the corner selling dime bags. But they're making it.
How much?
Bro, it's like, but he listened to the cry story here. Since Singh was no longer attending university and his visa expired, so he was illegally in Canada, basically. Yeah. And he had to take out loans and borrow money from friends and families to get by. According to the agreed statement of facts presented before the court, he was planning to return to India in 2024. I swear I was going back, but wanted to pay off his debt first. Bitch, please. And then he heard from a friend saying that he could make money selling drugs. So the dude got caught. He sold fentanyl. Okay. He sold he sold ecstasy, basically. Yeah. He sold cocaine. He got caught. Here's the numbers. He got caught with 2 kilos of fentanyl. He got caught with 5 kilos of ecstasy, and he got caught with half a kilo of coke and about $77,000 cash.
Wow. So what was that not enough to pay your debts back? What happened to that debt paying?
So here's what's funny right here. So Watson said that although Singh started drug trafficking, this is not, there's a difference between selling drugs and trafficking drugs.
Yes.
Watson said that also Singh, that's Aldo, and that's Lisa Watson, by the way. That is the judge. That's the woke judge that let that one fly. But basically in her judgment, she said that Watson said that although Singh started drug trafficking as an experienced or amateurish individual, hold on, let me rephrase that. 2 kilos of fentanyl, more than 5 kilos of ecstasy, and half a kilo of coke, and 77 grand cash, but that guy is inexperienced or amateurish. Jesus, I would have loved to be that amateurish when I was 18 and selling drugs. But he acted as a crucial cog in the machine by knowingly distributing drugs to the community and bringing substantial wealth to the operation. But they decided that his defense argued that he was a low to medium level trafficker.
What?
Since he conducted transactions at low, medium, and a high level. Hey, get the fuck out of here. He got 11 years in prison. Deport that fucker back to India. Why is he in prison here? Deport him. He's not Canadian. Get the fuck out of there. Bye. Bye.
I definitely see that argument. I can also see the argument of other people who say, like, you want someone who breaks laws to be punished. Personally, I don't know where I'd stand. I feel like there should be some sense of justice, but at the same time, yeah, why should we pay our money to incarcerate someone for 11 years when you can just get rid of them? He'd probably be happy to go. You know what I mean? He probably would take that in a second.
No, I guarantee you that he'd rather be in Canadian prison than in India.
You think? No.
100%. 100%. 100%. Oh, yes. 100%.
India's not that bad.
Have you been to India?
No.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm ready to bet. I would love to know. I would love to have him on camera and say, bro, I can make you free right now. But you're going back to India.
No, I'm sure.
Do you take the
I
plane?
would want to go to India, but like he's Indian. He's from India. That's
I guarantee you he'd much rather stay here in our low prison. Because nobody's fucking India. Sorry for the audience there, but that little Indian boy doesn't have to worry about getting raped. Right? So it's going to be pleasant. It's not going to be that bad of an experience in prison. It's Canada prison. He's not going to a super max here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true too. But there could be definitely Canadians who are down with the brown, I think. Especially if it's like a little Indian
down
boy.
With the brown. What the fuck is that?
The little Indian boy can't really fight back, kind of thing.
Oh, down with the brown. Wow. Yeah, see, pure Gosu, I agree with him. Canadian prison is luxury for him. I agree. I'm ready to bet that it's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I can see the argument.
Because there's no way that... But that dude should be deported. There's no reason for us to pay for 11 years of him being here. Especially that he was a temporary international student who not only was an illegal because his visa expired, but he committed drug trafficking. Altogether, he had like 7.5 kilos.
That's wild. But 2 kilos of fentanyl is crazy. Considering how much fentanyl it takes to kill you. Essentially, not much at all.
Oh no. This is what I'm going to check, because if I remember correctly, it is absolutely insane how many. So 1 kilogram of fentanyl has the potential of killing 500,000 people as per the DEA website.
How many?
500,000 people.
That's crazy. Holy hell, that's crazy.
Yeah, fentanyl is powerful as shit, right? For the same purchase price, a kilogram of illegal imported fentanyl could be sold for about $1.6 million. He had 2 of them.
Just wanted to pay his bills, he said. Just wanted to pay his bills.
That is a low-level trafficker that was amateurish.
Yeah, that's wild.
You know what's going on here, right? He's part of that drug cartel that's in Canada that is Indian funded.
Well,
and they're like, They're like, because there's a lot of story. Do you know that there's a lot of stories out there that Indians are becoming the Indian are to Canada what the Mexican drug cartel is to the U.S. and the Colombian was to the U.S. So,
I mean, I could see it. Like, it's funny because how many times we've heard like 2 or 3 times in the last couple of years, there's been like enormous super labs busted out in BC, right? Like $300 million worth of drugs, and like arrested is like one 60-year-old Indian guy, just like, dude, like, nah, like they're like, oh, we got the guy. This is the only guy. It's like, no, motherfucker. There's a whole lot more than that one guy, but they don't really look very hard.
No, they can't look very hard because you don't go after those people.
Well, it's even like the guys shooting up those guns up in cottage country. They didn't go very hard after them either.
Nothing much has happened ever since then. He kind of disappeared from the news.
They had no leads. All they had was the license plate.
They caught him. No, they caught the guy.
They did caught him.
Yeah. They did catch the guy, but the consequences were almost nothing. And I guarantee you, it's a slap on the wrist. It's a slap on the wrist because he's brown enough to not get prison time.
Of course it is.
Sorry, he's not white enough to get prison time.
To get prison time, that's right. All right, guys, it's 10 p.m. We're gonna pin her there. If you are, first of all, sorry, on my phone tonight, so you have to bear with me. But tomorrow I'll be having my regular setup, so we'll be back to normal. I can't even take comments on this thing, so it kind of sucks. But tomorrow we'll be back at regular setup, regular programming. If you're new to the show, you want to support it, please consider, first of all, like and share the stream. But if you really want to support the show, please consider becoming a member. You can do that through YouTube. You can also buy us a coffee, although I do not see it here. Normally in the top right.
No, I had removed it because I was on another show.
Oh, yes. There you go. Now you can buy us a coffee.
Yes.
Other than that, folks, we will catch you tomorrow, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we'll finish off the week with a bang.
Bang.
Peace. Yeah. Bang.